And we are down now to the very business end, shall we say, of Provincial Fighting Championships number 2. And we're going to start these last 3 fights with a clash in the light heavyweight division. Martin Deselits making his way to the cage. Robin, an 11-3 record for Deselits. He's got 8 TKO victories, and he's won 4 of his last 5 fights, but has not fought since the 10th of April in 2011.
This guy is a heavy hitter, man. You talked about 8 knockouts. 3 of those are over men who have fought in the UFC. He knocked out Victor Valimaki twice, and a man they call the Polish Experiment, Krzysztof Szyszynski. This guy hits incredibly hard. He can turn you off with 1 punch.
His only loss amongst his last 5 fights was to Roger the Hulk Holland, again, UFC veteran.
Yeah, and you know, what's he been doing since then? Well, doing what he always does, and we saw Kevin Moran, how he fought tonight. That's a Team Legion guy. Martin Deselits, same gym. These guys just work their butts off. They go in and they go to war every single time. And that sounds like a cliche, but it's the truth.
Absolutely, and Deselits, you can tell just by looking at the haircut, not always all there upstairs. He just loves a good fight.
Yeah, he's a little nutty. And, you know, the knock against him is that he has gassed sometimes because he comes out so hard and so aggressive. And when you see him sitting on a chair the day of the fight, his legs are bopping up and down, his eyes are darting around, he's all twitchy and wound up. And this guy's like a little OCD kid, but when he hits you hard.
Coming out of a great camp with Team Legion, as you said, Robin, we saw Kevin Moran earlier on the card, his coach Claveau, and there you see Deselits just doing the burn inside the cage.
Yeah, he starts off, he's so wound up. This is a dude who could really benefit from starting a little bit slower sometimes, but it just ain't in him.
And his opponent, Misha Curkunov.
Misha Curkunov, Robin, is one of these fighters that's a bit of an enigma. He's had a lot of guys pull out of fights with him over the past couple of years. His last fight was in September of 2013, but before that it was back to December of 2011. He's had a hard time getting fights, especially in the province of Ontario. Originally from Riga, Latvia, this is a bad man.
Yeah, you'll see when he comes out here, big and powerful at 205 pounds, incredibly athletic, quick for a big man, and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pedigree is off the charts. Powerful top control, creative submissions. On the ground, he moves like a much lighter man. Deselits has the advantage on the feet. Misha's stand-up has improved, but he's never really studied the basics that hard. He's kind of an improvisational striker. And that can build confidence, but sometimes that confidence is just what Deselits needs to draw you into a gunfight. But I don't think we're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see Misha look to take this to the ground as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it really looks like this fight breaks down very simply. Martin Deselits wants it on the feet, and Misha Curkunov wants to take your arm home with him on the ground.
I think so, and there's that in-between area, that cage work, that clinch work. I think that favors Misha a little bit too. So really, what he wants to do is just get his hands on this guy and get a hold of him. What Deselits wants to do is get his hands on this guy, but in a very different way.
Robin, I've known Misha Curkunov for a couple of years now. I have never once seen his facial expression change.
Yeah, that's a cold dude, you know, and that works for him. You know, his loss to Roy Bowden, he got tired, he fatigued, and Bowden took advantage of that. You won't see that here tonight. It's going to be Deselits who's in danger of fatiguing. I think Misha's going to take this slow and calculating. And when he is calculating, if he gets this to the ground, he is just on another level than Martin, that's for sure.
The following bout is presented by Drive Time Ontario. This bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the PFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, the man standing to my left and fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at an even 205 pounds. He is a Muay Thai, kickboxing, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. His record, 11 victories, opposite 3 defeats with 1 no contest. Fighting out of Victoriaville, Quebec, Martin Stress Deselits. The opposition comes in the form of the man standing across the cage to my right and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, his official weight and even 206 pounds. He is a mixed martial artist, his record 6 victories opposite a single defeat, fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Misha Curkunov.
There are optimal states of arousal for
Your
peak
referee,
performance.
Todd Anderson.
And these guys are on opposite ends of the spectrum right now. Misha very calm, Deselits very wound up.
Almost identical body shape, almost identical weight, and almost identical height. Just an inch height advantage to Misha Curkunov, but completely different in their styles. And right away, Misha just tagged Martin Deselits.
And that's what you want to do. Yes, you want to get this to the ground, and he does. Wow, and he's in the mount. This fight's going to be over pretty quick, I think. Misha's all just, well, look at Deselits. This is going to take a lot of work to get an armbar attempt here is going to happen. Nope.
And Misha Curkunov, quick as a cat.
He likes the armbar off the back, and watch him attack this left arm. He'll do a little bit of damage, and he'll slide down and attack this arm.
Nice little punches underneath.
This is his setup. He goes to set this up to look to get this armbar. He'll try to swing the right leg over top. Nice work to elbow the face here.
Look at Misha Curkunov, the unbelievable body control and balance, and he's trying to extend that arm, trying to work it to the back of Deselits. He's got that arm separated.
This is what he likes, but Deselits ends up on top.
And Deselits is cut open as well.
The elbows from that position. Now watch for Deselits to try to hammer him. Misha's heart rate's going to go up here. He's under more pressure than he's accustomed to. He's going to look for the sweep. He's got a beautiful butterfly sweep. Now the heel hook, no.
Deselits was able to pull away, and Martin Deselits doing a great job now getting to that top position. But Robin, Misha Curkunov very comfortable off of his back.
Yeah, and he brings the leg up high, sort of a modified rubber guard. He wants that right foot in the hip. He'll have more control. He can set up a triangle from here. Misha very dangerous off his back, especially for a big man.
Like you said, Robin, unbelievably skilled on the ground for a man of his size. And he will try to set up submission after submission. Deselits starts up. Whoa, looked like he went for a kick to the head. That would have been a no-no.
Misha might get this. He'll go for the single here and try to step around and step over the ankle. Now a sit out.
What a move by Misha Curkunov, but Deselits rolled with him.
Look at these two big men. Now Misha's in the mount, and Deselits is fatigued. Misha may slow things down here. That would serve him very well. Fatigue him, settle into the position, own the position here.
Force Martin Deselits to carry every little bit of his weight. And now into the mount position. Robin, what is going through Misha Curkunov's mind right now? What is he looking to set up?
Well, what he's thinking here is he's relaxing. He's going to try to set up a mounted triangle here, sliding it in, and now he has it. This is a triangle.
Through. Beautifully done. Misha Curkunov just working away, grabbing the arm.
Gets the arm across, and now he's going to pull down on the back of the head. He will finish this. Martin Deselits will tap out or go unconscious. This will be finished here.
That is locked up, and it is over. Misha Curkunov, huge victory, the biggest of his career to submit Martin Deselits.
Martin Deselits went out there, and really for Misha, it was all set up with one big punch early. That's what gave him the opportunity to set up that takedown. Really, really good performance here tonight by Misha. On the ground, you knew if it stayed there, it was going to go his way. Martin made a couple of moves to improve his position and stayed with him on the ground. That was a mistake. This was going to end, if it was on the ground, it was going to end with Misha finishing him one way or the other.
Misha Curkunov with perhaps the best performance of his career. Robin, people have been looking for excitement out of Misha Curkunov. Martin Deselits was the man to bring it out of him. He did just that. Misha with the biggest finish yet in his career.
The thing about Martin Deselits is he cannot be in a boring fight. Misha Curkunov, you mentioned it in the past, people have been looking for excitement out of him. This guy is going to come forward. He's going to pressure you. And even on the ground, Deselits went with instincts, went with desire, went with, you know, trying to turn it around and win it on top. And those instincts did not serve him well as Misha finished him on the ground.
And obviously Martin Deselits not happy, but Misha Curkunov just made a humongous statement to the MMA world.
Yes, he did, and it was his willingness to land. Martin was expecting the takedown, so he didn't respect the striking. His ability to land early just rocked Martin. He's a big, powerful guy, and by rocking him and scrambling his brain a little bit, he drew him into his area of expertise, and he got the finish. Beautiful, beautiful finish. Set up the mounted triangle, rolled him over, and just put it to work until he put him to sleep.
Beautifully executed everything that Misha Curkunov wanted, he got. And he will advance his record to a very impressive 7-1 as he continues to knock on the door of Dana White.
Shows a lot of class there, Misha, too. Both bowed to each other. They're two big, powerful, tough fighters, but they're martial artists. Showed a lot of respect there. Great finish by Misha. Did everything he wanted. Every night it does not go your way, but it went his way tonight.
Let's go into the cage to Mike Markham.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bout ends at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of the opening round due to a loss of consciousness. Your winner by technical submission via triangle choke, Misha Curkunov.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the beast, Misha Curkunov, with a fantastic finish in the first round, dominating that fight. Walk us through it.
You know, I've been training for this fight in Texas, Team Takedown, Mark Lehman. Had a really good preparation, really good training. Just excited to fight. And I actually want you guys to give a hand, please, to Martin Deselits. He's a veteran. He's been fighting in Canada for a long time. I was very excited to take this fight. I knew he's a super tough guy. I just tried to get a challenge and put myself higher, you know what I mean? Thank you guys so much for supporting and giving me a hand. I really appreciate that. Also, another thing, my grandma, she was a huge inspiration in my life, and today, it's her birthday, you know. She passed away, but I remember this day forever. It's International Women's Day, so all the women here, congratulations, it's International Women's Day.
You opened up that fight with a very, very solid right hook. You almost put him out there. Then capitalized, you managed your transitions, you took care of him, you controlled him. When did you feel that he was going out?
You know, I have amazing boxing coaches now. At Real MMA and Fitness, I work with Leo Bonder, Dmitry Lees, Pasha, Igor. They help me, all the boys, they help me so much. Little technique here, little technique there. Now I feel my game is getting more complete. I'll be looking to fight 205ers, and eventually I want to go to a higher level, you know?
Anybody on your radar? Anybody, any names out there that you want for your next match?
You know, I've never been calling out people or anything. I'm an athlete my whole life. I did amateur sports. I'm not the guy who calls people out, but if you compete at 205 pounds in Canada and your name is above my name, I'll be looking to challenge you, you know? So,
any shout outs to sponsors, teammates?
You know, I want to say extremely huge thank you again to Team Takedown for helping me and training me. Also, my new coaches, Dima, Leonia, my former coach, Sam Zakula, my mom, and of course, my biggest fan and my biggest supporter that I ever had in my life is my wife. She's not here today, but I'm gonna see her on Tuesday. I can't wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by the first round, triangle choke, Misha Curkunov.